So what is the vibe right now with the White Sox? Well, there's this one photo we want to show you that kind of just sums it all up. It is this, Munetaka Murakami getting on the plane for San Diego. He has been a White Sox sensation, and he remains a Japanese sensation where they are following along despite the big time difference. Check this out. Are you seeing people in Japan wearing White Sox hats?
Yeah, I am. I'm seeing some White Sox hats. I will say, I mean, people have always liked them as a fashion statement anyway, because they love the White Sox gear. But you know, if you go to even Major Jingu Stadium to watch the Swallows play, I see some White Sox hats there as well. So yeah, I mean, the longer he continues his career in the South Side, he's gonna, you know, win over a lot more fans in Japan. How
do you guys ingest it in terms of, you know, what you're doing when there's baseball going on? Because I think oftentimes you guys are asleep when Murakami's playing.
Yeah, certainly when there's games on the East Coast, and if they're, you know, central day games, very hard to watch because that's in the middle of the night in Japan. But you do see some pretty, you know, diehard fans will wake up for that. But if it's a night game, especially, you know, on the West Coast, that actually ends up being a pretty nice time to watch in Japan. That's like 10 a.m. So people can get their, you know, morning breakfast in while they watch some baseball. But for Murakami, I think a lot of fans are just ingesting it in a casual way with highlights as well as, I mean, he's making national headlines. I mean, it's on the evening news, you know, anytime he hits a home run. And also in Japan, when you ride trains, sometimes the trains have monitors where they have news from the day, so people can look at it while they're going to work or going home from work. And yeah, there's been a lot of Murakami on these news monitors this month because, yeah, anytime he homers, that is very much news.
That's from our latest White Sox podcast. Yuri does a great job covering Japanese baseball in Japan. He followed his whole career, Murakami's, and now there's just, you know, I just see on my social media, I have tons and tons of Japanese baseball fans who are now following me just because of Murakami.
My brother, you should be working in the FBI. You'll find everything, everybody right away.
Found that guy?
Like that. You know, it's not easy. You know, I know where to find him. But meanwhile, you know, you guys think Murakami is huge in Japan right now? Wait till the end of the season.
Oh, yeah.
Just wait till the end of the season. That man stay healthy. Summer's coming up very fast.
How big is he going to be in Chicago? That's what I want to know.
This, you know, I mean, it just, you know, it could be a good thing to have because they're going to talk about White Sox once again.
Murakami Mania is taking over Chicago. This rookie has been spectacular so far and powering up.
He's the one guy in the lineup. Now, this White Sox lineup, it's kind of young, right? And they are really doing well under William Venable. But for Murakami, this guy is really putting a charge. Major League Baseball history before May 1st. Most home runs by a rookie, 12. You got Jose Abreu, Aaron Judge, and of course Trevor Story. But this is one guy you got to really contain in the lineup. Not only home runs, he'll take a walk and he'll drive in some runs as well. So the 12 home runs for Murakami ties for Major League Baseball lead.
Took a walk around Petco Park, saw a lot of Murakami jerseys in the stands as Munetaka Murakami steps in his first time up. Starts May with a share of the Major League Baseball home run lead with 12 bombs this season, as he is tied with Yordan Alvarez and Aaron Judge.
Some good company,
I would say so. Here is the list of home run leaders here to start May. Murakami tied for first. An incredible pace he is on to start his big league career. Gordon, the number one question I always get when we travel on the road, whether it be opposing broadcasters or fans, did the White Sox expect this out of Murakami? And everyone knew the power was there. But also his plate discipline as he draws a one-out walk here to start this game. And of course, the White Sox could only have hoped that he would have had a start like this to his career.
Yeah, I mean, the way that he started out, I don't think anybody expected this type of start for him. But I think everybody's really happy about it, especially guys like this, Vargas and Colson right behind him. They are the beneficiaries of having Murakami come in and really just take the league by storm. And they've been quietly getting better and better as the month of April went on. And now into May, hopefully another month just like that.
So describe that. What does it mean to be a young player like a Vargas and a Montgomery to play in a lineup with Murakami?
Well, I think that what he's done is he's taken the pressure off of these guys. He's taken all the pressure and hit it out of the ballpark basically a lot this year, and that allows guys like Colson in his second year to ease into the season, not feel like he's got to do everything with every swing. Think about if Murakami was not in this lineup. Where would you be looking? You would be looking at Colson to do exactly what Murakami's doing. So the pressure would be put on Colson's shoulders, and because Murakami has gotten off to such a great start, it's allowed Colson to ease into the season the right way. I mean, it's kind of one of those unintended benefits you got from signing Murakami. Obviously, you get a good bat, but it also helps settle the rest of the lineup, and he's just been fantastic. But so have these guys as well. I think that they have been undervalued based on what they've done, and it's probably because Mune has been so good.
Facet to Murakami's game that we have not seen yet. And Will Venable said he's been putting the red light on him at first base, not really allowing him to steal in this early part of the season. But he has since taken it off. He is allowed to now take off, and we will see the run game incorporated here for Murakami.
I thought he was more of a first base, hit it a long way, kind of be a clogger on the bases. He's not. He's athletic, and he gets down the line really well.
They check on Murakami over at first. You could also understand Will Venable not wanting to put too much on his plate too early. But we can tell he was a star in Japan, a lot of attention, carrying teams, and he has brought that here to the Chicago White Sox. Can you imagine Murakami starts becoming a base stealer here in Major League Baseball? Another tool in his toolbox.
The league will not know what to do with him. But then you're going basically to Ohtani territory at that point. The only thing he won't be doing is getting on the mound anytime soon.
3-2. This ball is drilled. Back it goes. Murakami has the power. He now leads Major League Baseball by himself. Lucky number 13 on the season.
Murakami crushes this ball to right center. It doesn't matter what marine layer is out there. This does not matter. He drills this one over the right field fencing they set up, and that big inning we were talking about, John, it just happened. 6 runs here in the top of the 6th. Sorry, 6 runs in the top of the 2nd for the White Sox. Knew it right off the bat, did Murakami, and just watches it go into that San Diego night.
Vargas on the ground to second base, but the damage, it is done. The big blast, Munetaka Murakami. Take a look at this one. Bam!
What a shot by our crew. That is special. This guy is special. White Sox up 6-0.
Vargas waiting on deck. And a drive out towards deep right center field, and that ball is gone. A 3-run home run for Murakami, his 13th of the year, and the White Sox take a 6-0 lead. All the walks in the inning turn into runs.
We talked about Murakami cleaning it out. Remember that foul ball down the right field line? It's a pitch that was in. Well, this is a breaky ball. This is a curve ball. He wants to backdoor it, and that one ends up right down the middle. And he's showing off that power to the gap.
Well, the White Sox biggest threat showed you why tonight. Munetaka Murakami, a 3-run shot, part of a 6-run second inning for Chicago. They wouldn't look back. They just blew the doors out of Petco Park. 8-2 is the final score for Murakami. That already his 13th home run of the season. So the White Sox able to take game 1 of the 3-game set. Great to have you with us just the same here on the post-game show. Bob Scanlon, Mike Pomeranz with you. Boy, things got ugly quickly tonight. All righty, let's take a look at that Murakami at bat. They'd already scored 3 in the frame, Bob, and then he gets up with 2 men on.
Yeah, no, we talked about it before the ball game. He loves to hit off-speed pitches that are in the zone. He gets a couple of breaking balls to start things off with, misses outside with a fastball. This hanger, he barely misses. Then Marquez misses with a fastball, but this is the big pitch here. The 2-2 curveball doesn't get the call, then he hangs one. He saw a bunch of curveballs in that plate appearance, and finally the last one was the best one for Murakami. This is what he feasts on. Look, give him credit. He makes the most of mistakes in the zone. He's pitchable. We talked about it. He can go fastballs up in the zone. He doesn't catch up to anything above 93 miles an hour for the most part. But if you make a mistake with an off-speed pitch in the zone, it's very rare that he's going to miss. He didn't miss that one, and that was really the turning point of this ballgame.
A lot of moving parts for his swing, too. He's got the big leg kick, so a timing mechanism there.
Yeah.
Looks like he might have some holes, but to your point, you show him enough spin, and if something doesn't, he's able to hammer it.
And you talked about the high leg kick. That's probably part of the reason he doesn't do very good above fastballs above 93 miles an hour. But he has that timing mechanism for cutters that are mistakes, off-speed pitches that are mistakes. He doesn't miss them.
Cheers to the White Sox.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, it burns. It burns. This apple juice burns. I can't be drinking that too much.
By the way,
Stings the nostrils.
it's not apple juice.
It is apple juice. Here, try it.
It's not apple juice.
Try it. Try it. That's apple juice. This is a family show.
It's apple juice.
At midnight, that turns into bourbon. So, Munetaka Murakami at the plate. Whammy! I don't know how to put this.
Get foul.
It won't
Get foul. Hey, man.
But he's kind of a big deal. A 3-run homer for Murakami, his 13th of the season. The Sox put 6 runs on the board in the second inning. Boy, that escalated quickly. There is Colson Montgomery. Loud noises. He goes deep. It's 7-0 White Sox. That's his 30th home run in his first 103 career games. Munetaka Murakami is back in the Major League lead for home runs, ahead of Aaron Judge and Yordan Alvarez. Your thoughts on what Murakami is doing to Major League pitching?
Chuck, we predict that.
We predicted that he would have about...
Without see him one at bat.
Yes.
All the people talk about he's going to be a bad hitter, he's going to be this. We predict that. Home run, walks, strikeout, RBIs. We predict that. It's not going to be Ichiro Suzuki to hit 300 hits. But this man has been great. And you know what? He got 13 home runs. I believe 10 is to take the lead or to win the game.
That's a good point. Now, before the season, I said he was going to hit 40. At this rate, he's going to hit 40 by, like, September 1st.
Okay, I understand your point. 40 when you hit it.
These are big ones.
40, you hit it, and the way it's going by, he put the thing on the lead, he tied the game, and that, to me, is more important.
I just need to tell you a little fact here, because you have 30 homers now in 103 games, which is the second fastest pace in White Sox history, behind Jose Abreu. When you hear that, what comes to mind?
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting, and, you know, I think it's just goes back to the process, you know, just sticking with my process, my game planning, you know, coming in each day and just, you know, doing what I need to do to get ready for the game. And then once I get out in the field, just competing and having fun.
Well, you're showing some power, and also Munetaka Murakami. I saw you guys with your new handshake, or I don't really know what that is. You're going to have to explain that. But just how would you describe what his presence has meant to this group?
I mean, like I've said before, you know, it's just one of those things that, you know, it just brings, you know, more to our team. And, you know, like last year, you know, it takes pressure off some of us other guys, you know, to drive in runs and things like that. And, you know, one swing of the bat, you know, he can just change the game, blow the game open for us. And it seems like every time he hits a homer, I hit a homer too. So he needs to keep doing it.
So what is that little handshake you guys have?
Well, we went to dinner last night and we ate a lot of sushi. So it's something with sushi. I didn't get the full scoop. He was trying to do it to me too fast.